it's time for another read aloud. Today we are reading Wemberly Worried by Kevin Hanks. He's the author of the book. That means he wrote the words. Look at Wemberly's face in this picture. How do you think she's feeling? Let's look at her eyes. Does she look happy? Does she look sad? Does she look scared? Let's find out how Wemberly's feeling in this book. Wemberly worried about everything. Big things, little things, and things in between. Wemberly worried in the morning, she worried at night, and she worried throughout the day. What does it mean to feel worried? Do you know? It means that you're scared about something. You worry too much, said her mother. When you worry, I worry, said her father. Worry, 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 said her grandmother. Too much worry. Have you ever felt worried about something? At home, Wemberly worried about the tree in the front yard, and the crack in the living room wall, and the noise the radiators made. Do you think Wemberly should be worried about all these things? At the playground, Wemberly worried about the chains on the swings, and the bolts on the slide, and the bars on the jungle gym, and always she worried about her doll pedal. Don't worry, said her mother. Don't worry, said her father. But Wemberly worried. She worried and worried and worried. Then Wemberly was especially worried. She rubbed Petal's ears. Wemberly worried that if she didn't stop worrying, Petal would have no ears left at all. So when Wemberly feels worried, she rubs her doll's ears. Is there anything you do when you're worried that makes you feel better? On her birthday, Wemberly worried that no one would come to her party. See, said her mother, there was nothing to worry about. Look at all the friends that came to her party. But then Wemberly worried that there wouldn't be enough cake. On Halloween, Wemberly worried that there would be too many butterflies in the neighborhood parade. See, said her father, there was nothing to worry about. But then Wemberly worried because she was the only one. Look at all the different costumes in this picture. What kind of costumes do you see? I see a cat, a ghost, some cheese. What do you see? You worry too much, said her mother. When you worry, I worry, said her father. Worry, 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 said her grandmother. Too much worry. Soon Wemberly had a new worry, school. Wemberly worried about the start of school more than anything she had ever worried about before. Have you ever been worried about going to a new place? By the time the first day arrived, Wemberly had a long list of worries. What do you think Wemberly's going to be worried about when she goes to school? Let's see. What if no one else has spots? What if no one else wears stripes? So she's worried she might not look the same as everyone else. What if no one else brings a doll? What if the teacher is mean? What if the room smells bad? What if they make fun of my name? What if I can't find the bathroom? What if I hate the snack? What if I have to cry? Don't worry, said her mother. Don't worry, said her father. But Wemberly worried. She worried and worried and worried. She worried all the way there. While Wemberly's parents talked to the teacher, Mrs. Peachum, Wemberly looked around the room. Then Mrs. Peachum said, Wemberly, there is someone I think you should meet. Her name was Jewel. She was standing by herself. She was wearing stripes. She was holding a doll. Remember, Wemberly is worried that no one else would have a doll. At first, Wemberly and Jewel just peeked at each other. "This is Petal," said Wemberly. "This is Niblet," said Jewel. Petal waved. Niblet waved back. "Hi," said Petal. "Hi," said Niblet. "I rub her ears," said Wemberly. "I rub her nose." Do you think that Jewel and Wemberly might become friends? Let's see. Throughout the morning, Wemberly played and Jewel sat side by side and played together whenever they could. Petal and Niblet sat side by side too. Wemberly worried, but no more than usual, and sometimes even less. Before Wemberly knew it, it was time to go home. Does it look like Wemberly had fun at school, or was she worried? Looks like she got to play. She got to play music. She got to play with all these friends. How do you think she's feeling at school? It looks like she's smiling, so she must be feeling happy. "Come back tomorrow," called Mrs. Peachum as the students walked out the door. Wemberly turned and smiled and waved. "I will," she said. "Don't worry." So how is Wemberly feeling at the end of the book? Is she feeling worried? What do you think? She's smiling and she's waving at her teacher. I think she's feeling happy now. The end. So at the beginning of the book, Wemberly is worried about a lot of things, and then she's worried about going to school. What are some things that she does to help her not be worried anymore? Do you remember? So she uses her doll and she rubs its ears, and that makes her less worried. But she also meets a friend named Jewel at school. And when she has a friend to play with and someone to talk to, that makes her less worried.